Hello Standard 10, your Arun sir, going to discuss chapter 10, the nervous system, and it is part 3. Means already we have discussed two parts in which we have discussed in detail about the nerve cell means neuron. We have discussed about the nervous system means control and coordination, which is done by two methods. One is the endocrine system, which we have already discussed, and next one is the nervous system. And in nervous system we have discussed there are two types of nervous system. One is the central nervous system and other is the peripheral nervous system. And in central nervous system we have discussed that central nervous system is made up of two things. Those two things are the brain and a spinal cord. Okay. Central nervous system is made up of two things, the brain and the spinal cord. And we have started discussion related to the brain, that its weight is 1.35 kg and 80% it contains water and 25% of the total oxygen is consumed by the brain alone only. We have discussed in detail about the cranium, means the brain box, in which three layers known as the three membranes known as the meninges, the dura mater, arachnoid and the pia mater are there, and between these meninges a fluid known as cerebrospinal fluid is present, which prevents the brain from mechanical injury. We have also discussed about the meningitis. Now, more detail of the brain. Let us discuss the more detail of the brain. If anyone asks you that what is brain, it is the highest coordinating organ in our body. It is the highest coordinating organ in our body, and it has got three parts. Those three parts are cerebrum, cerebellum, and third one is the medulla oblongata. Okay, so our brain has got three parts: cerebrum, cerebellum and medulla oblongata. So in detail about the cerebrum. Largest part of the brain. What is cerebrum? Largest part. Okay, largest part of the brain is the cerebrum, and divided into two parts. Two parts of cerebrum are there, and those two parts are called a cerebral hemisphere. Those two parts of the cerebrum are cerebral hemisphere, right and left. Very clear? So two parts of cerebral hemisphere are there, the right and the left. Now, more detail of the cerebral hemisphere. What is there in the cerebral hemisphere? There are convolutions. Okay. Highly convoluted regions. Convolution is this way. Convolutions are present. Highly convoluted region. This cerebrum is. And as I have told you that cerebrum is divided into two parts, the right cerebral hemisphere and the left cerebral hemisphere, and each cerebral hemisphere has got two parts. The outer part and outer part is known as and inner part is known as medulla. Once more try to understand. The cerebrum is divided into two parts, the right cerebral hemisphere and the left cerebral hemisphere. And the outer cerebral hemisphere is called as cortex and inner is called as medulla. Now detail of the cortex and medulla. Cortex contain cell body, it contains cell body of neuron. Cell body of neurons. So it is grayish in color. Okay, or you can say gray matter. Very clear? Outer cortex give reason why it is grayish in color due to presence of cell body of the nerve cell or neuron. Or white matter is outer. And inner part is inner part contains the the outer portion gray matter and folded convolutions are there in gray matter. Folded convolutions and convolutions are called as highly convoluted. Convolutions are present and the fold are called as giri and groups are called as sulci. Folds of the convolutions are called as giri and the groups are called as sulci. So this part is clear. Means crease, the outer, the upper part, and the inner part is giri. Now, one more thing I would like to say, that our intelligence depends on the convolutions. Means the outer cortex of the cerebrum or cerebral hemisphere, more it is convoluted, more intelligence will be there. And the inner portion is the white matter. Inner part of the cerebral hemisphere is white in color, contain white matter. Inner medulla contains white matter. Now, why it is white? Due to presence of axons of the nerve cell or neuron. Okay, due to presence of axons of the neuron, it is white. And one more thing, very, very important thing which we have discussed, and that is the corpus callosum. Corpus callosum. It is hard, tough matter. Location is between the two cerebral hemisphere. And what is the function? The function is to transfer information from one hemisphere to other. So corpus callosum is present between the two hemispheres, the right cerebral hemisphere and the left cerebral hemisphere. And the function is to transfer information from right to left and left to right. And one thing I will like to say, that our seat of intelligence is the cerebrum. consciousness, willpower, and it control all the voluntary action of the body is controlled by the cerebrum. Okay, and generally subconscious and unconscious mind is also located in the cerebrum, and many past experiences are covered up by more recent impression which dominates conscious activity. And in dreams, sapna mein, or when hypnotized, tactfully questioned, past experience may be recalled, and this is the base of the narco test. So past experience can be recalled tactfully because subconscious and unconscious is present in the mind, is present in the cerebrum only. So it was about the highest, largest part of the brain, the cerebrum, which is the seat of intelligence, reasoning, memory. Now, next part is the cerebellum. Okay. Cerebellum. A smaller area located just smaller comparing to cerebrum, located just below cerebrum. No convolutions are there and contain furrow. That part is clear. Now, the main function of the cerebellum is to maintain body balance while walking, playing, running, or doing any activity. But the impulse originates in the cerebrum. Okay, when we stand up or walk, the impulse arises in the cerebrum, and which is the conscious part, and act of walking involves coordination of walking, running, means control of body balance or doing any type of activity is done by the cerebellum. Now one very important thing, you must have seen an alcoholic person walking clumsily. Give reason question. Very important, because when drunk alcohol, the cerebellum, due to the effect of alcohol, unable to coordinate muscular activity. While a person takes alcohol, the cerebellum is unable to coordinate muscular activity and the person walks clumsily. It was about the cerebellum. Today up to this much. In the next video, we will discuss the last part, the medulla oblongata of the brain, and about the other function of the brain also. So, thank you very much.